Hi, it's Ileana, and today I am going to go into a past life time as the Queen of the Golden Dragons, Sarianis. This is my own past life as the Golden Queen of the Dragons, and I wanted to share this interesting experience of what I got from this lifetime. I remember having this beautiful white dragon with golden scales as a companion. I remember myself as being kind of having white hair and blonde hair, sometimes as several different incarnations of Sarianis. I would come in having wings, and sometimes I wouldn't have wings. And I just remember having a deep connection with dragons, and just the golden dragons and the white dragons, and being connected to fire and golden light codes and symbols. Just this beautiful creator of golden frequency. That's the first thing I remembered. And just reconnecting with the dragons, reconnecting with the Sarians. And these dragons are so beautiful. And I'm still connected to Sarianis and to creating the golden dragon light codes and frequencies and symbols as the dragons are returning and coming back, reconnecting with those of us who are dragon creators, those of us who are connected to dragons, have been dragons, and still are dragons, who embody dragon souls in human format and human bodies. So, again, I've never myself been a dragon, but I have connections to dragons and somewhat of a dragon spirit a little bit through Sarianis. So to me, dragons are very sacred and special, and this is why I am sharing this as that past lifetime as the Queen of the Golden Dragons. So she was very much connected with everything in dragon creation to do with the golden dragons. Her companion was Sarianis. Sarianis is this white dragon. It was her soulmate, and he could transform into humanoid dragon form, Sarianis. And he was a white golden dragon. So he was her consort. She was the golden dragon queen, and he was the consort, the male dragon to her female dragon. He was her greatest advisor, and he was by her side in that lifetime. This is Sarianis in his full dragon form. I remember him vividly. He was the love of Sarianis' life as her advisors, her soulmate companion, and just being there for her always. He was the dominant lifetime partner in that first lifetime as Sarianis. And then I was remembering being born as Sarianis into other lifetimes that followed, and having a more slightly different form, Asian form, and working with a lot of beautiful golden dragons, just wearing golden armor, golden robes, working with golden light symbols, light codes for protecting the golden dragons and interacting with the golden dragons. I lived with them full time. I was their queen. And I wasn't the type of queen that would order anybody around. I fully participated in dragon life. I did everything with them in equality as Sarianis. And in some of those lifetimes I had golden wings and some I didn't. This one I did. The previous one I didn't have golden wings. And just always wearing this beautiful golden armor, and it shielded me from any attacks. It just provided this beautiful connection to the dragon kingdom. In this particular lifetime I did have wings, and I was connected to all of the golden dragons, and I still am, through Sarianis, and I can talk to Sarianis still. She exists as the queen of the golden dragons, and she has golden dragons in her court, and she is a representative of the golden dragons to this day, to the light codes of all the golden dragons. She is one of the creators of the light codes and the wisdom keepers of the golden light codes, and the wheel of time and creation for the golden dragons, as they can time travel and shift time and space and travel to different dimensions, highest dimensions. They can connect with humans as well, and to speak to humans and human consciousness. So very beautiful form of interconnectedness. I speak with Sarianis telepathically because she still exists in the court of the golden dragons. So she is still alive, very much. And she's incarnated in many forms of who she is, and she remembers always her lifetimes as the golden dragon, queen of the golden dragons. She's never thought of herself as a full dragon, but she is a dragon queen, so she embodies some of the characteristics like the wings in some of the lifetimes, and she has a full dragon court, so she's with golden dragons day in and day out. This is her life commitment to protecting the golden dragons, to safeguarding them, and to sharing their wisdom, to really bringing them back into the earth realm dimension on a consciousness level, to connect to humans, to safeguard the golden dragon heritage, and to share it, to help humans remember who they are as golden dragons themselves in their heritages, and to bring back the golden dragon light codes, to bring back the wheel of time, to share dragon knowledge. I had also been a dragon rider at one point, so I have a deep connection with fire dragons and golden dragons, and also metal dragons. Not just the golden queen of the dragons, but also other lifetimes with dragon connections. Sarianis is the one that I deeply remember, what she looked like in the golden armor, and she always had dragon companions she would ride with. She would fully participate in everything that was dragon life. It was of equal equality. All the dragons that she is the queen of, she equally works with them on an equal level of understanding, wisdom, living with them, thriving with them, connecting with them on all aspects of life in this beautiful way. And I always remember her being blonde, no matter which iteration she was in, just blonde and connected to the gold frequency always. And sometimes she would have more of a white dress, but mostly it's gold frequency, gold symbols, gold armor, and just this beautiful frequency of equality and telepathic connection. And she could fly with her wings. They weren't vestigial wings. She actually can fly when she has wings in those incarnations. And sometimes she would even have horns, like these golden horns, small ones, dainty ones. and she would just connect to the most exotic golden dragons in her kingdom, in her court. And she loves life. She loves experiencing everything. She is in the 8th dimension of the Golden Dragon Kingdom at this time. So she can take on many different forms, and she can incarnate if she wants, or she could just switch forms, because dragons and dragon queens can actually shapeshift as well if they want to. She chooses to keep a female form, but she can shapeshift if she wants. She rarely has different incarnations now. She has chosen to be one as a full soul being, to be one. But she's had several iterations of lifetimes as Sarianis. But she always remembers who she is, and that she's the Golden Dragon Queen. She understands that this is something that's a right, and that she had to earn this right to be the Golden Dragon Queen. It's not a privilege that you're just born into. It's her dragon heritage. She's always born as the Dragon Queen, the Golden Dragon Queen. She knows when she did have the physical incarnations, she would always know who she would be born as the physical incarnation. At this point, because she's in the 8th dimension with the golden dragons, she does not have to follow the cycles of physical reincarnation, although she has a physical representation. And one of her best dragon friends is Ileana, and that's the golden dragon female on the left standing next to her. It's a very dainty dragon. It's one of her best friends and advisors. Such a beautiful being, and just so full of exquisite wisdom and compassion for other beings too. And Sarianis wanted to show her kingdom, the Golden Dragon Kingdom, and some of the golden dragons in their different forms. Some of them are very large, some of them are smaller. Some have spikes and some don't, and some have large wingspans and are huge. Some male dragons and female dragons. These are mostly golden male dragons, and they love to fly out in nature in the 8th dimension. They just love to soar, fly in the mountains, in the skies, above the oceans, in the mountains and forests. Some of the golden dragons are river dragons. So they like to live in the river or the waterfalls, and in the forest, in the ocean as well. So they're kind of land-bearing dragons and also water dragons. Golden dragons can take on many different forms, and they're highly adaptable, so they can live in different environments. And this is the sort of like the emblem for Sarianis. So this is her symbol of the Golden Dragon Queen, and starting to incorporate some of the golden light codes and symbols of what represents her and the entrance into her world of the golden realm, of the golden dragons, going into the gold field and experiencing that dragon energy and that dragon sensation of the wings, of the gold frequency, as you're entering into their domain and their world of the 8th dimension, the 8th frequency of density of the golden dragons. And just a lot of their world is literally a gold frequency and a gold emanation. They have gold cities. Just the vibration of the gold color and the gold energy, it's embodied in their cities. It's embodied in their cavern systems, in their caves, in their dens. And some of them have these gold striations and markings and symbols on their bodies. It's quite incredible to see. And they embody that strong, fierce golden energy, that frequency of gold field, the vibration of life itself, the golden fire. They embody the golden fire as well. It's a very beautiful expression of life force energy, of being living beings in dragon form. And their light codes shine through. They are very expressive in creating light codes. It's the frequency of life itself. It's creation of the universes. It's creation of all time and space, whether energetic or physical, linear or non-linear. Time and space and beyond time and space. That's what the light codes create. It's life creation itself, to its highest vibration and form, in whichever creator expression they choose to create in, as they can take on many forms and sizes, and just such a beautiful expression of they can mix fire with the light codes, and it's the most powerful dragon magic I've ever seen, the golden light dragon magic with fire and the light codes. It's a fierce expression of their protectiveness. And they don't burn anyone, but it's a form of protection. The light codes mixed with the fire, it protects their realm, it protects their dimension for safekeeping of their lineage and their heritage. So they're protectors of their light source, of life force creation. I would say they're the guardians of that as well, because that's one of their jobs, to protect and create all life, as that is sacred and important to them. And this is one of the protector guardians, the golden light dragon protector guardians, guarding the entrance of the 8th dimension to the golden dragon world. And they often physically embody fire dragon spirit, gold dragon spirit. They use fire energy quite a bit as well. So there are fire dragons living in the golden dragon realm as well, as they are born in that realm too. Some of them are hybrids, golden dragons and fire dragons mixed together. Some of them are pure fire dragons like this one. Just such a beautiful expression of forms that they can take on and how they're born, and they can shift vibration as they grow into a different form and express themselves. And this is starting to show the golden dragon light codes and how the golden dragons interact with the frequency of moving in the gold vibration, of moving in the gold reality and shifting with it, literally creating and manifesting a world of the golden dragon kingdom. And they have cave systems, they live in the forest, they can live in water, in the mountains, they can live in different environments. They're quite adaptable and fierce. Golden dragons and fire dragons are very fierce beings and creatures. They like to explore. They like to learn quite a bit. So they are very highly intelligent and intellectual. And golden dragons and fire dragons have this interesting curiosity about the world. They like to explore. They work with creation and imagination and put that into physicality as some of their manifestations of what they can create in the world and in the higher dimensions. And this is some of the light codes that Sarianis has created, expressing her creation of life wisdom, life expression. It's the living essence of the dragon world, the golden dragon world, and sharing that for healing, sharing that for soul wisdom, evolution, for higher consciousness connection to the golden dragons and the fire dragons, so that like-minded soul beings can connect with them, can connect back to their heritage of this beautiful dragon world, the golden dragons and the fire dragons. As they've come back and they're here They're here with pure love, pure intention, and compassion to light the world, to create new co-creation on Earth, to support Earth in its co-creativeness of advancing human and dragon evolution. And this co-creation, and Sarianis is helping humanity to awaken to its dragon heritage, as some of us are embodying the dragon soul in human format, or dragon spirits of dragon queens in human format, but we're also very multidimensional at the same time in being able to travel the different realms and dimensions and visit the dragon kingdoms and connect with our soul beings of the dragon forms and talk to them and even visit their realms and be pure energy as dragon form and also be soul dragon form at the same time as we connect and awaken to who we are as living beings. And that is the beauty of the dragon form, the dragon spirit, the dragon soul, the dragon heart. Fierce protectiveness of our clans, of our young, of our soul essences, and our companions who we travel with in the dragon world. Because all dragons have companions, beautiful families. They all have their creches of the young being raised together with the mothers and the father dragons, and they're so playful and attuned to nature and the different universes and realms they create of the dragon spirit, and working with the light codes and the light symbols to form new creation into existence, as this golden dragon is doing. It is magnificent to witness the light of creation coming to existence in light codes as they weave eternal life into the physical world, from their realm into other living realms and planets, to co-create life itself. It's a beautiful thing to see. And going deeper into the weaving of the light codes, life itself is encoded here. How life is created, how life is expressed and manifested into different worlds and realities that they create into existence. They weave that into the light codes. And every dragon has their own special light codes, whether golden ones or other type of dragon light codes, because there's more than one type of dragon. There's blue dragons, there's silver dragons, there's void dragons, black void dragons, the golden dragons, the white dragons, different colors, different forms of expression. Sarianis is the golden dragon light codes, and gifting those light codes to the other dragons who have created dragonkind and also partaken into creating golden light codes of the golden dragons and dragonkind itself, because it is based on energy, frequency, and physicality of what they create and how they work with weaving this energy in positive ways to support each other and other living beings, to bring into co-creation realities of expression and manifestation. These light codes represent all of that, creation itself and how it works, and history of how the universes have been formed, different lifetimes, different timelines, different time spaces, timescapes, different universes, dimensions, realms, different soul being connection to each other. It's embedded into the knowledge and history of these light codes, and accessing that consciously, and accessing creator beings of who you are as dragon souls through these light codes, and awakening to your full reality of your gifts being activated as dragonkind. Whether you're in dragon form or dragon souls in physical bodies, you are embodying full dragon energy and carrying that with you. and utilizing it and working with it through these light codes, because they're an expression of you in your light body, in your physical body, and in your dragon body, all interconnected together on a spectrum of fields and light sources and creation. Sometimes it comes in the form of fire dragon energy mixed with golden light dragon energy. So you have different codes that are a mixture of that, or just pure golden light codes. It's depending on the frequency you choose to embody and work with, and what form you choose to tap into and what energy frequency to work with these light codes. Some of them are more abstract, some of them are more physical symbols of expression. It depends on what you're manifesting in creation, what you're manifesting into creation and co-creating into realities. All of it is done for positive ways and reasons. These light codes are very pure source of the golden dragons. They're only for the highest good of creating the most purest things in the world and in other worlds and universes that's brought in through these waveform light codes. Purest creation and expression of life and sacredness, and valuing that sacredness of what is expressed here, of how these light codes work. And they anchor in the souls of the dragons and other worlds, creating worlds, bringing from the energetic into the physical creation itself. These light codes create that kind of creation of physicality and energy working together in the expression of reality. That's what the light codes create as well, because it's pure creation. And we weave them in and we express them through the uniqueness of the dragon souls. Each dragon is very unique in how it creates the light codes and expresses them. They create many different types of codes, and they will look unique and interesting to the dragon form and the dragon soul that is making them and weaving them into a part of themselves, into the heart, into the soul of who you are, in your expression, in your creation, in your jobs, in your soul missions, in your evolution. It is also the life purposes that you have, and the young, and of all the heritages and lineages of the soul dragon families. They're written in these light codes. The heritage of your family, of your dragon kind, is in the light codes. It's embedded in that. And you can access that uniquely for yourselves as souls. And it's all protected and coded to you, because you're the ones that create it and express it in life and in creation. So Sarianis creates worlds, she creates universes, she creates planets, and she creates life sparks and souls. She creates fire. She creates this beautiful dance of the wheel of life, the circle of life, how you enter it, how you leave it, how you connect to it, and what makes you unique as living soul beings. She anchors that energy into the light codes, into light code creation, into co-creation itself of the universes. That's one of her jobs. And she does work with fire dragons as well in that co-creation, in accordance with the universal laws of the golden dragons and the fire dragons, creating life together in equal balance and co-creation. It's such a beautiful thing to see again. She also works with wings, and she works with starfire and light fire and the star magic. And some of her light codes that she creates inhabits that tree of growing life, bringing the life force in, breathing the life force in through the wings, through the tree, through the branches, through the star field, through the fire, creating those life branches of life codes and golden codes and the star codes, weaving that together, weaving it in to create different life and different elements that create planets and fire, creating the elemental fire, creating the life force spark of growing things, the tree of life, the tree of the branches, firing off and growing and just abundantly expanding life force energy. It's so beautiful to see that. And there's also the crystalline energy of the fire codes and the light codes of the dragon worlds and different dimensions and portal travel that can happen through these dragon light codes, the golden light codes, the fire codes, the crystalline codes lighting up the spark of imagination, creation, and life itself. That's what Sarianis embodies and imbues into the golden light codes of the golden dragons and other dragon kind, and sharing that knowledge with the dragons freely and openly for their highest evolution and expansion of their souls, waking up and experiencing their highest potential and knowledge. What's encoded in these light codes? It is the highest frequency of expression, life connection, the beauty of exploring the uniqueness of who you are as souls, dragon souls and human bodies, dragon bodies, or a combination of both, because your soul can travel and have unique experiences and expressions through these light codes, which is what is being expressed here, because you can tap with your consciousness into the light codes and find information for yourself that you want to explore as a soul or need to know about or want to connect with your dragon heritage and lineages, which you can by accessing memories of that dragon existence through these light codes of the golden dragons and the fire dragons, and fully connecting to everything that you are in existence as vibration, as living beings and the highest creators of whatever you want to be or are, in your jobs and roles with the dragon kingdoms, with the dragon worlds and dimensions, who you are as dragons and other soul beings. Tapping into these light codes helps you to remember and awaken to your highest spirit, your highest soul, your highest potential as creator beings, and expressing your creation and wisdom and everything that you are and wish to be and will ever be is connected through these light codes, because this is eternal life. It is the wheel of life. It is the cycle of life. And whether it's energetic life or physical life, whether incarnated or not, whether it's pure energy without needing physical bodies or in physical bodies, all life is valued, all life is treasured, and all life is sacred always and forever on. It is eternal. It is soul creation at its best. And it is honored, it is sacred, and it is unity and equality in the dragon worlds. And I wanted to share that today. Thank you so much.